Hello everyone, you're looking live here at Daytona International Speedway for race number 7 in the Tuesday Night Thunder Series. As practice just wrapped up here at Daytona and the lights have came on. Into nighttime it goes. We're ready to go racing here at Daytona, but first we have 2 laps of qualifying here. Give you alongside Eric Kelpinger here for tonight's race in Daytona Beach, Florida. Eric, welcome.
It's good to be here. My home track.
As qualifying underway right now, 55 minutes, but it's only 2 laps, so they will advance the time once everyone completes their laps, most likely. I would hope so. But qualifying underway right now. We have a bunch of drivers on the racetrack at the moment. Let's take a look at Pacey Wajent. He won our last race at Charlotte. He's won back-to-back so far. Can he make it 3 in a row here tonight at Daytona? He's one of the best super speedway racers in the league. He's coming off the back straightaway off of pit lane. Qualifying, not super important here at Daytona, but you still want a good qualifying position. Make yourself up front for a pit box selection. Pit box is really important here. Super speedways, green flag pit stops, as we're going to mention later in the broadcast, are very important here, especially for the type of race we have here, which is a timed race, not a lap race. So it's an hour and 5 minutes, which is 65 minutes in total. So it should be around 70 to 80 laps, depending on how many cautions we get. Obviously, that'll fluctuate throughout the race, but we should get updated numbers once we are in the race and see how many cautions we do get. But Pacey Wajent on his lap right now.
Yeah, Wajent currently leads points. He has been extending his points lead. It's now sitting at 62 points, I believe, over second place, which is Bobby Blowers.
And Blowers is also in this race right here. He's in the 34 machine. He's a little further ahead of Pacey Wajent. You can see it run the outside lane above those white little stripe lines there. Trying to get as much momentum as they can.
Blowers has had a nice run. He's gotten 2 top 5s in a row for the first time this season. Just moved in second place over GJ Trout in points.
A good season for Blowers so far. Also, great season for Pacey Wajent, who leads the points right now as he crossed the line right there. As Trout, you just mentioned him, he's third in points. He crossed the line in first place, obviously first lap, so you don't really know who's going to be fastest. First lap doesn't matter too much. But interesting to know, Bobby Blowers did not register a lap time there. Not sure if he maybe tagged the outside wall. That could have invalidated his lap time. Drivers continue to set laps here.
We've raced a 1 super speedway so far this season, the season opener at Talladega. Pacey Wajent did start 7th in that race, but finished 2nd by 0.06 of a second to Andrew Bolander.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Pacey Wajent, very good super speedway racer as he's coming across the line here, hugging that yellow line, coming through Tri-Oval. It's going to go Trout first right now. Can Pacey Wajent match it? And yes, he does by 0.03 of a second. Pacey Wajent goes to the top of the board as Bobby Blowers go look for his first lap here. As Lily Petro-Sharp goes pole position over Pacey Wajent, 35,000 of a second over that 00 machine. Lily Petro-Sharp.
She got pole at Talladega, so she's looking to go back-to-back super speedway poles. And 2nd at Talladega on the starting grid was Bobby Blowers, so let's see if he can match that today. Or go better.
Fast lap right now. Did not register lap time the first time around, so we'll see what happens here. Coming off of 4, coming across the line this time by. Through Travel, gonna use that apron. Definitely a great strategy there. He does not go pole, but he goes 2nd over Pacey Wajent. 1-2 right now for Lily Sharp and Bobby Blowers. Same order that was in Talladega, like you just mentioned. Blowers goes into the hard outside wall there. Richard Ode crosses the line. He goes up to 7th. So he's about a 10th off of Lily Petro-Sharp. Casey Ellis coming down the back straightaway right now. As Angel Santiago just set a lap time there. As our last race winner at Talladega, not in tonight's race.
Andrew Berlander's only made 2 starts this season at Talladega season opener and then at Texas.
the first 2 races of the season, but he hasn't showed up since then. And not able to defend his Super Speedway title either. As that wraps up qualifying there, must advance the session. But so Lily Peter Sharp will get pole position here tonight at Daytona. It's the same order on the front row than it was at Talladega too. So I mentioned right there, Lily Peter Sharp pole position. Is griding underway right now. We'll take a quick break while these drivers grid up, and we'll be right back before the green flag. As we're back here live at Daytona, we gotta take a quick look at our starting grid here for tonight's race. And what a qualifying session that was. Of Lily Peter Sharp takes pole position over Bobby Blowers in second. And in the second row behind those drivers, we got Casey Wygant and DJ Trout. Third row, we have Bailey Thompson and Scott Brzezinski. Fourth row and 7th and 8th, we have Casey Ellis and Jimmy Minch. And in 9th and 10th, we have Richard Ode and John Matthews. Angel Santiago in 11th and Dean Clavitt in 12th. First driver not to set a lap time. Greg Pillar in 13th, Connor Morris in 14th. David Estep in 15th, and Christopher Pendell rounding out their 16-car field here tonight at Daytona. So what are your keys to the race here tonight, Eric?
So my keys to the race tonight, I have 4 of them here. First of them is know how to push and be pushed. We've seen a lot of wrecks in Super Speedway, so drivers just trying to push each other and it's just going wrong, not being pushed in the right place. And then avoid the wrecks is another one, so you just got to get lucky with that. And then if we have green flag pit stops, just know how to get on pit road correctly. And the last one is just know when to go for the win. Don't just sit around before it's too late.
And definitely, you don't want to go too early as green flag is out and away we go. You don't want to be pushing too early here on the opening laps, but you want to make sure you're in the right position at the right time. This could be a long 1-hour race. But here we go, green flag is out, and Sharp clears Bobby Blowers, but Blowers is blinking a little bit there, but Sharp can use any lane she wants to off of turn 2.
I wouldn't be surprised if these
Oh, here
drivers
comes Wygen.
they're 3 wide already.
Barely see him. I think there's some fog here, but 3 wide. Wygen through the middle. Blowers on top. No help for him. DJ Trout pushing Pacey Wygen there. Behind a little bit sharp is Bailey Thompson, my 97 Wendy's machine. Blowers falling back like a rock on the outside lane. Can he saw himself down? I think he did there. Yes, he does. He slots down lines. They're 2 by 2, about 7 rows deep. Crossing line here, 1 lap complete. Pacey Wygen going to lead the first lap here tonight at Daytona.
Wasting no time being in the front there. Get the curb back on the inside lane, using momentum. Get through. TP will come up the block. Wygen stays down low.
Still 2 by 2 right now. It's kind of weird having the timer on the top left there. But as we mentioned before, it's an hour and 5-minute race, not a typical laps that you would see at a normal oval racetrack, but very unique circumstances. First time we've seen it ever in Legends Racing Network. But still 2 by 2, about 6 rows deep.
You were saying not to really push in these opening laps, but I guess these drivers just did not listen to you. Some pushing up front by the 30 and the 97.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're a little bit aggressive. I probably wouldn't be as aggressive as these drivers would be this early on. I mean, you know, you have a lot of time. You have pit stops probably coming up here whenever. I mean, you kind of see a row cars kind of falling back to the inside. And the outside looking pretty strong right now. Mostly even though throughout the field, I would say. But the outside has some pretty good numbers though early on.
I expect these drivers just to be chill in the opening part of the race, just try to make it to the end, but they have doubled up. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, you know, as a driver, it's kind of sometimes a little boring just saying single file, train the top or bottom. So I mean, I can understand that, but you know, also as a, you know, sometimes you want to be a little smart driver, just kind of stay single file, chill, not do anything crazy. But I mean, double file, we're not seeing crazy moves. We saw a 3-hour move from Pacey Wygen earlier in this race, but nothing too crazy out of the ordinary earlier in this race so far.
Yeah, it's a long race. You don't want to make it feel longer by just pacing around and stuff.
Yeah, just 2 by 2 so far. No one's been able to really make some moves. We're about 5 laps into this race. Let's see the biggest mover so far tonight. And it's Connor Morris up 3 positions, and Pacey Wygen, our race leader, up 2. So no one's been able to make any crazy moves. Obviously, it's only lap 5, but in these Xfinity cars, I think it's a little bit harder to make some moves here than the Next Gen or a truck. But also, you can also bump jock probably the best in these ones sometimes. It's very iffy. Sometimes the Next Gen's good at bump jocking, sometimes the truck is. But with the Xfinity, it's probably the a good mix of the two, I would say.
Able to clear Wygen with help from the 97 Thompson.
Yeah, Will Sharp go to the top there, defending her position. She'll stay bottom with
It's
Thompson.
It's sideways from the push from Thompson. Allows Wygen locked on with 30 DJ Trout. He will lead that lap. Talked about it, just make sure you push it the right way. You saw the 97 give Rich Struck a bump off of turn 4, and that got her sideways, squirrely a little bit. And
Wygen a little squirrely. We'll see how it affects these drivers, but it looks like they're a little squirrely throughout this field already. It looks like it's a little dark down the back straightaway. I'm not sure if that's some fog or some cloud cover or something like that, but a little dark down the back straightaway, I would think. But nothing. Weather shouldn't be a big issue here tonight. But we probably will see the sun at one point, since the time in the sim is about 8 times speed. So you might see the sunrise here in a moment, in about probably around 30 minutes or so, which could affect the track temp quite a bit, actually.
And we might end up seeing the sunset again late in the race.
Yeah. Because an hour long is about 8 hours in total. So session started at 3 a.m. I think in sim time. So it will be at least 11 when the race ends. So we won't see a sunset, but we will see a sunrise at least. We'll take a quick look. I mean, right now it's 4:33, 34. So it's basically every 10 seconds it changes. But still 2x2 all the way back to the back there. And no one has lost the pack so far here tonight. And
Yeah, early on in this, you saw about half the field, so I'd say probably like 5 or 6 drivers up on the top, but it's really even out now these past few laps.
yeah, very even actually. It's not actually where they go. Let's go on board with the Bailey Thompson right there in that 97 machine.
Backs off there just trying to get air on the radiator so it doesn't overheat. And you just got to be delicate with the throttle and push. You don't want to push in the wrong place and then push too hard.
Yeah, you can hear Bailey just lifting right before the corner entry to get off of Lurch Sharp's back bumper. So they don't kind of like hook together on entry, and that push on entry is very sometimes sketchy because that's basically the only time you're really starting to turn from the straightaway. And so that's probably the most likelihood where you do get turned from getting a bump from behind.
And these drivers have been pretty separated this past lap. I don't know if these drivers pushing them are just starting to overheat because I've seen that 30 car dip his car out of line to the high side several times.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised how even the top and bottom are doing right now. How many cars they have, pretty much equal. I think the top has one more, maybe two more than the bottom. But I mean, they have been pretty much even this whole race so far. We're already 10 laps into this one.
Yeah, and we should see between 70 to 80 laps here tonight. Depends on how many cautions we get. Stroud has pretty much separated himself from Wygent. Same goes for inside lane.
Yeah, right.
Get back together.
Right now, according to the calculator right now, the timing sheet I have, it's about 81 laps right now we're looking at if they keep this pace up with no cautions. So expect maybe 80 or 79. Oh, contact Sharp into Wygent there. Bad bump from Thompson. They keep it straight into turn one. That's kind of what I was just talking about. The entry is definitely the most difficult part where you don't want to push the driver in front of you. It's driver on the outside. Trout kind of peeking out. I think you were talking about earlier, like a lap or two ago, how overheating could be an issue here. You see Trout peeking out there trying to get some clean air on his radiator.
This is the first time the 97's been able to clear.
Yeah, will they both go up?
The Wygent's back there with a push from Trout.
Yes, a great push from Trout there. Doesn't allow Sharp or Thompson to get up to the top side. Now still side by side for that race lead. Still 2x2, pretty much 8 rows deep right now. And the top four pretty much lock in position. I don't think anyone has really made any moves so far. Let's take a quick look at our positions gained. We're 13 laps in this one. Has anyone gained any positions? No, pretty much no one's gained any positions at all. I mean, I think our biggest loser is Bobby Blowers right now in that 6th place spot.
I think people are just pretty content with being where they are right now. Not even, we're around 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes into the race. Yeah, I mean, kind of like your keys to the race. There's no reason to push this early. But I'm so surprised someone hasn't tried to make it. I mean, here comes Wygen blocking low. What a move from him. He clears for the lead officially. He's the only car out in front right now. Kind of surprised he ditched Trout there, maybe? Trout was a really good pusher. I mean, what do you think about that move?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen Wygen stick around on the outside lane pretty much the entire race, which probably moves low because that inside lane was just consistently getting ahead of Wygen for most of the lap. So it was really only on these straightaways where Wygen would eke out ahead, but he'd really only do it about midway down or at the end of the straightaway.
Yeah, and Trout and Lily Sharp are teammates, so they do work together in the Discord server, so they do have voice chat communications with each other. So they may be able to make some moves on the outside, maybe, or they switch lanes. Sharp goes to the top, and Trout follows her, or vice versa.
It's Sharp and Thompson are on the same path, and then Wygen and Trout are in the same VC, so I don't know if they just wanted to control both lanes and have Trout, because he was peeking out so much, just trying to get air on his radiator. I don't know if he just said, enough's enough, just go to the inside lane and I'll control the outside. Both of those drivers are part of PBR Racing, while Pietro Sharp and Bailey Thompson are part of Holden Racing.
A really good show from Sharp there on the entry. Pushes Wygen out in front. It's kind of, we've just seen the same type of racing this whole time, pretty much. Just 2x2. No one's able to make anything work. No one's been too aggressive either. Just typical Super Speedway racing right now, and it's pretty clean so far. We've almost seen a few mistakes here and there, but nothing's been too catastrophic yet. When will we see a big mistake from someone that could take out a lot of drivers here tonight?
I mean, the biggest problem spot we've seen is Alpha 2 and Alpha 4. Just drivers almost coming together on the inside and outside lane, Alpha 2, and then we're just seeing pushes almost go wrong, especially Alpha turn 4.
Yeah, they do have one faster pit for tonight, so if they do get involved in an incident, it won't be.
Wygen back up top.
So Wygen moves up. Oh! Big checkup on the outside lane. I think Trout got loose there. Maybe he got into Wygen the wrong way.
You just had to check up so much, maybe got hit from behind.
So Sharp and Thompson now on the bottom, basically reverting back to what it was. Maybe you're right. Trout just needs some clean air to cool down his radiator, cool down his engine. That could be what happened there. But now Sharp and Wygen side by side for the race lead. Ooh, I think Sharp clipped the apron there. Up the racetrack she goes. No one, she didn't move up the racetrack too much, but just enough to maybe have some cause for some concern. But
We're right now.
yeah, 3 wide, almost. I think it was Richard Ode, maybe. Right there. There's a one car on the wall. It's 98. John Matthews. Do not want to lose the draft right now. As we're almost 20 laps into this race, pit stops are going to happen here pretty shortly. Matthews.
Another key that I missed was just staying at the draft, because once you're out, it's just really hard to get back in, just all alone, and it's going to keep you losing time.
As we're under 50 minutes left in this race. It's been these pretty much 4 out in front this whole time. as John Matthews has lost the draft. I think Greg Pillar's a little further behind. Actually, they work together to maybe get back up there. They are up there, actually. Fuel window for these cars is about 30 laps on a full tank. And they have a 75% fuel. So as they're 3 wide right there, it's Bobby Blowers up top, hitting the outside wall even. As almost some contact through the middle goes Dean Clavitt. As they're 3 wide for about that 5th place spot. Barely seeing him for the blimp cam. So we can get a better view of this one. As they're 3 wide, that's Scott Poninsky on the top. As Clavitt makes a crazy move for up all the way to 6th there. He started, I believe, in 12th or 13th. He was one of the drivers that did not sell qualifying lap, so he's in the top 5 right now. And Pozansky falls back to around that 9th place spot. So moves are being made here. I think that means pit stops coming up here shortly. Gotta be in positions for these pit stops here.
The truckers are so important getting out of pit road because you don't want to be a few car lengths behind somebody and just get left out of the draft. We've seen pit road.
Oh, YJ makes a move. That was close right there. Cuts the nose off of Lloyd to Sharp. That was a very aggressive for that 00 machine.
See a lot of drivers now choosing the inside lane. I don't know if that's because they plan to pit soon. Just want to be in position.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. I mean, there's only 5 cars on the top side, or 6, excuse me. As here comes Trout. I think this is definitely what's going on here. Wajing Wood down. Now he's checking up the inside to allow Trout to come down. The pit stops will ensue here shortly. As they're coming to lap 23 right now, they have 75% fuel. Full tank of fuel from if I can remember correctly, is around 30, 35 laps maybe in the Xfinity cars. So take 75% of that. That's around probably like 25 or so. But YJ and Trout on the bottom. Oh, someone gets really loose. I think that's Nathan Estep on behind Dean Clavitt. He got really loose off of turn 2. As here comes the sun rising up from the Atlantic Ocean, the East Coast. Sun is rising here as the daytime, and the lights are turning off here shortly. As pit stops bound to happen here in the next few laps. Working lap 24, coming to 25 this time by. Dean Clavitt doing a great job. He's up about, I think, 11 positions here, if I can remember correctly. Actually, 10, excuse me. Oh, 3 wide. Nathan Estep up the middle. Dean Clavitt gets shoved out the outside lane, and he's getting shuffled all the way back down. Oh, contact! Oh. Proninsky got into Estep as they save it. Yes, they do. Amazing, but they're wrecking again. Connor Morris around. Casey Ellis around. And that's going to bring out the first caution of the night, most likely.
Yeah, almost had it all saved, and then just in the back, some drivers just an accordion effect, bouncing off each other. Tough break for a lot of these drivers early, but
yeah, I mean, we saw Dean Clavitt got shuffled out. Bad bump there, I think, from Nathan Estep. And then Pozansky got into the back of him, or I think, yeah, Pozansky 97. Got into the left rear. Nathan S-step there.
Good save by the 55 on the run.
Yeah, bad bump there. Got into post sharp there. And kind of not really good angles there. Let's see if we can get a better one. And Casey Ellis there.
That came down.
Oh yeah, Richard.
78.
Yeah, Richard O was just trying to avoid the wreck there. And right, got right into Connor Morris, and Connor Morris spins Casey Ellis around. And I think Ellis got tagged from someone. Yeah, Angel Santiago's. Santiago's hood goes flying down the back straightaway at Daytona. So that'll be the first yellow of the night as DJ Trout in the race lead.
Assume everybody will be coming down pit road for this stop. Just
Yeah.
4 tires, fuel. We have 75% fuel tonight.
Yeah, I mentioned that before. I mean,
1 fast repair as well.
25 laps into this race, and definitely gonna be some pit stops here. Let's Trout into his pit box. Oh! Pacey Wygen around, got spun by a little bit of Sharp going to a pit box. As Pacey Wygen hit the pit wall pretty hard there. I think he might have to take a fast repair. Wow, what a turn of events for that 00 machine.
Still can't get it right.
Let's take a better look at what happened.
Yeah, just Wygen just coming down into his pit stall, and so everyone just contact made on the rear bumper.
Yeah, right there. I guess Sharp. I guess Sharp didn't realize his pit stall was right there, but I mean, they're so close together, and you're right on someone's bumper. It's kind of hard to. There's no brake lights here in the NASCAR, so can't really tell. But looks like these drivers still in their pit box. Not sure what exactly they're doing, but Bailey Thompson in the race lead now. Sharp in second. Greg Pliller in third. We can take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. We're back here live at Daytona International Speedway. First caution of the night here. Sun is rising here on the East Coast, and Bailey Thompson low up to sharp will lead us to the green with 39 minutes left to go. 28 laps complete, coming to 29, and green flag is out. We are back on the way for the Daytona 1.4. Bad start on the outside lane. Casey Ellis does not get going. That 8th place spot. Nathan Estep way farther back as DJ Trout a little further back too. As the top two tandem in the way right now, but they're going to be caught pretty soon from John Matthews and Greg Pillar.
Yeah, this bit of a strung out start shouldn't be too bad once these drivers get caught up and see everybody almost together now. Got some new names up front. We got Greg Pillar, Richard Ode up here. Pillar's gonna take the lead for the first time tonight. Richard Ode falling behind. Got Pendle in the 6-car fourth.
Ode going 3 wide on the inside. Gonna tag Pillar. Around goes Pillar, and Ode into the grass they go.
Up and back.
Oh, hard hit into the inside wall for Richard Ode. I'm not sure what Ode was doing. He was going under the yellow line there, and he's going to have to reset. That's going to be his night over, I believe. Well, he still has his fast spray left, but kind of hard to see with the fog, but Richard Ode looked to the inside. He was there. Pillars did not give him the space, and Ode just stayed down there. And around goes Pillar, and both of them hard. Ode hard into the inside wall, right into the base car.
Ooh.
Hard hit for that 78 machine.
But somebody almost got hit by Ode.
And that was
right
Pozansky right there. That was like, oh yeah, 97 of Pozansky, or 91 of Pozansky.
I could go back to see if I think Greg Pillar might have hit somebody going back on the racetrack.
Oh, he did.
Right
That might have been Bobby Blowers. Yeah, Bobby
Blowers.
That 34 machine, he got hit right there. But he does have a fast spray left, I believe. Yes. No one has used a fast spray yet. So Richard Ode, he had to reset there, but he will be able to use his fast spray. But he's probably going to go 2 laps down here. Not what you want to do early on those. Kind of early in this race.
I think that's a case of drivers finally getting a chance to see the front of the field to lead the race and just getting too hungry too early on.
Yeah, like a little just too aggressive there. Not really. No, I mean he was there obviously, but I mean still a little bit overly ambitious. He could have backed out, or Pillar could have given more room. Both of them could avoid that one. So, you know. But still, I mean, kind of overly ambitious with a little bit more than halfway left in this race to go. Especially when you're in a great spot right there, first and third most likely.
I don't expect. Actually, I guess people are going to top off on fuel here. I mean, on Pirelli got most of the field coming out. We got Petro, Sharp, and Thompson, only ones to stay out.
Yeah, it should be a one-stop race from here on out. But we'll probably go green with about 31 minutes left, 30 minutes left in the race. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. Welcome back here at the World Center of Racing. About to go green here with about 31.5 minutes left in this race. We got Bailey Thompson out in front. Beside Bailey Thompson is a little bit sharp. 1-2 East Nose guys out in front all night long so far. So we'll see who can challenge them here as we come to the green this time by. Green flag is out. Sharp and Thompson with a great jump on the field there. It's almost as if they're in the same race car or something. But as going through turn, I guess the second half of the tri-oval, down into turn 1, got Connor Morris on the inside. Sharp moves up to the top, gives Morris the inside, gives Connor Morris the race lead for the first time here tonight.
See if Morris will move up.
You can barely even see anything, but see, I think the best view here would be the chopper. The fog should be lifting up here shortly. We looked at the weather report during the break, and the fog should be lifting up, like I said, here shortly. Hopefully it will in the next 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, the sun starts to come up. See the inside lane a bit more organized now, a bit more connected. That outside lane's been pretty connected. It hasn't gone anywhere until now. It's taken a bit of a run. I thought they had a bigger lead, but their inside lane's coming up pretty good. It seems like the first way going too much for them to really get going.
As they go through 1 and 2, can barely even see him through the fog. Not much we can really do here, but I mean, very low fog too. Before we had higher fog in the air, but the low fog really making it even worse right now. But Sharp and Thompson up top, Morris and Trout on the bottom. Our points at your Pacey Wagen kind of just in the back of the field there on 12th. He's on the outside lane. You kind of see him in the back there. He has not taken a fast repair, I believe, so he still has that front end damage that he got from the pit lane incident with Louis Sharp. As now they're 2x2 basically through the whole field with under 30 minutes to go. And so doing some quick math here, we got about 36 laps to go here in this race if we go green the rest of the way, which would put us around lap 72. So we got at least one more pit stop here for tonight. That's if we go green the rest of the way. These guys a little squished. Thompson gives Sharp a little bit of bad shove there off of turn 4 as Morris is going to be able to clear maybe with Trout. We'll move up to the top side. No, he stays low. I don't know if he was clear quite enough from Sharp there. He wanted to move top.
These drivers have just been pretty squirrely on this run, more so than I've seen throughout tonight's race. Connor Morris, we saw him earlier gain the most positions early on in the race, and he's found himself in first place so far. I assume he is tonight's biggest mover right now, so far.
Yeah, I have to check that right now. But yeah, this Connor Morris up 13 spots. Christopher Brindle up 10. He's in 6th place. Nathan Estep is up 8. He's in 7th. But Morris in the race lead right now. As I think the chopper views is that the best camera view that we can get, so we can see everything clearly down the back straightaway. So we'll see if we can get everyone in the frame as much as we can. So see Morris up there by the ticker on the left. He's getting pushed by Trout in the 30 machine. You got John Matthews in the 98 machine behind them.
For the working lane right now, they're unorganized down the back strider on the inside lane. One thing I'm surprised about is that Pietro Sharp and Thompson are just not getting far out. You see how far behind they are. I thought they'd just be consistent, at least side by side with the leaders on the inside lane like we saw earlier this month, but they just have not been able to really push out ahead of this inside lane.
Yeah, I don't think the outside lane is formed. Here comes Trout up to the top in front of Sharp there. And Zuger work together on the top side. And Trout going to try to take the race lead away from Morris. Great show from the outside lane. Trout is clear. Will he go to the bottom or will he stay top? He's gonna stay top, maybe. No, he goes bottom. Sharp does not follow as Trout now takes the race lead.
Finally saw the outside lane pull out ahead there. Let's see what happens now with Trout in the lead in the inside lane. Five up against the wall right now. I think he might, I mean, look purposeful. He's dragging him against the outside wall. I don't know if he's just trying to hang back right now. Oh, is DJ Trout, I think, around. In the front, multi-car wreck here. Can't see who else is involved. No, it's at least one other person. DJ Trout got turned around, it seems like. And that car is smoking. Hard hit for him.
Jimmy Minch, John Matthews around. We didn't really get to see the best view of it as the fog was in the way, but I think the fog has cleared up a little bit. No, it is not. So we'll see if we can get a better view of that from the chopper. Bad shove there. Oh, and then Matthews also got taken out there from Sharp, but
nice save by Sharp there.
Don't know if anyone else got involved there. Oh, it looks like Lynch did, maybe. See, kind of a backer view here. Oh, it looks like Greg Pillar and Jimmy Minch maybe got involved there also.
Took a big shot there on Pillar's car. That's going to be some serious front end damage for him. You know, he was already involved in that last.
Yeah, Sharp was just trying to avoid the wreck up ahead, and she got into John Matthews there. Matthews hard hit into the outside wall for him. But luckily for these drivers, they do have a faster pair, and they all have one. So late race caution here should be able to go green the rest of the way, or make on fuel the rest of the way. Excuse me. If we go green the rest of the way.
These drivers have been pretty reluctant on taking their faster pair. Let's see if they start taking it now in the second half of the race. We've seen most of the field pit every caution. That likes to be the case again.
Yeah, they should be able to make on fuel here. About 24 minutes left in the session. Probably around when we go green, it'll be about 25 lap shootout when we go green. As Connor Morris off-pitting first, but Pacey Watson just stay out there. Let's speak to our points leader here for a brief moment.
We'll get him in the booth right now. Part of that PBR racing crew. Try to get him in. There we go.
Hello, Pace, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
So right now you're gonna be staying out here with about probably 20-ish minutes left to go when we go green. What's your strategy here these final 20 minutes of this race?
Well, I mean, that last stop kind of put us in like the perfect window to where if we did get another yellow, I really didn't have to pit with a big timed race. I'm gonna worry about overtime. So the way I'm looking at it is, I got 25 laps of fuel currently. I don't really need to save much because, well, time always runs. So luckily we should be just about perfect when we go back green here, so I shouldn't have to make any more stops.
Yeah, you've been out front early in this race. You got involved in a little pit road incident, I think, for the first pit stop there. Talk us through that, what happened there, going to their box.
Just people not caring, coming into the pits, and just for whatever reason they don't like to hit the brakes, so just unfortunate circumstances. And, got the damage well repaired. We still got a fast repair, so we're still in it for the long haul.
Well, we'll leave you to it. Good luck in the rest of your race here.
Alright, thank you.
as I was Pacey Wajin, currently our points leader here in Tuesday Night Thunder, but as some drivers topping off on fuel here. Gonna be an interesting race strategy with 20 minutes to go. When we go back green, that's probably around 23 laps or so. But we'll get an update here shortly once we get that number to you. But Pacey Wajin to go out front. He has 11 laps on his fuel tank right there. So we'll see if we can make him fuel. He says he can, so probably should believe the man, right?
Say that again?
He says he can make it on fuel, so should probably believe him there.
Yeah.
I mean, we still don't know exactly the fuel window, but 75% usually be around 20, probably 5 laps, I would say. You'd probably go around 40-ish, maybe, if you're in the pack. But if you're leading the pack, you could be burning even more fuel, so we might see him drop here, let someone by, kind of stay behind someone. Could be a strategy call here. But like he kind of said, the time's always running, so you don't really need to save because the time's always running, so that's also a good point. We've never had a time race before, so we don't really know how the strategy will work, especially on Super Speedway. It's kind of unique and throws a wrench in a lot of different people's plans. But the fog is coming up, so hopefully we can use some TV cameras here and not the chopper cam for these last 20 minutes. It should be a good one here. So we still got about we got 13 cars in the lead lap here. Richard Ode, Greg Piller, DJ Trout laps down. Greg Piller, I think, out of the race, out of his car. So actually no, he's in his car, but he's not out pit lane yet. But here we go, going green this time.
I think it's a great start. We've seen this inside lanes get a really good start over this outside lane, just whoever the leader is. And we saw Wygant stay up high when he was up front earlier in the race to see if he decides to do the same thing. I know Trout, his partner, is no longer up front, is to the outside lane. Pedro Sharp and Bailey Thompson have been working together all night, especially against Wygant and DJ Trout. But that PBR team is pretty big. We've got 6 drivers in VC, so
they cleared Wygant there, but Dean Claver on the top side, up to 3rd place now, getting pushed by Connor Morris, who hooked Trout there on the last caution. Not intentionally, but still, just a bad show from Morris there. Hooked Trout there, and Trout 2 laps down, so he's going to need 2 cautions here to get back to the lead lap at a minimum. But Richard Ode would get the lucky dog, so Trout really needs 3 cautions, actually.
right now, a lot of drivers just going to that inside lane. I don't know if it was actually. Wygant shoved the 97.
Oh, contact in Sharp. Thompson in the Sharp there. Got Sharp sideways, but they save it down the back straightaway. But now Wygant leading the top side. He has a lot of momentum with that contact from the bottom 2 drivers.
Yeah, Petra Sharp's had to save her race car multiple times throughout the race.
And the fog has cleared. Looks like it goes from 240p to 1080p right there. It seems like, but it cleared up, and we can finally see all these beautiful cars on the racetrack finally. But so 18 minutes to go. We're 46 laps into this race. Probably looking for another 20 laps or so if we stay green. So around 65 to 70, give or take a few laps here and there.
Outside lane's just really stacking up, as you can see from that tight camera that we had. Oh, the 97 may have had a little contact with the 6 there, headed in 3. A bit of a check to the side. It's the 97 just trying to reach out, go outside to get a bit of air on the radiator, cool the engine down. Christopher Pendel, I don't think he's part of PBR Racing. He's not in their VC, but he is helping out Wygant, being his pushing partner, driving partner here.
At this point in the race, teammates are important, but I mean, if you're whoever you're with, that's who you gotta push really at this point. As they're really side driving each other, contact made 3 wide now for the race lead. As here comes Pendel to the top. Wygen in the middle and Sharp down low. Not sure what happened there. Sharp and Wygen were making some serious contact down the back. Not sure if they were trying to side draft each other hard or a bad shove as they're still 3 wide squeezing Wygen in the middle.
And nobody really wants to work with them. We see them all going up high with Pendel in the outside lane.
But here comes S-Step up the middle as they're 3 wide here, 2 rows deep with 16 minutes to go. Maybe a little early for this one.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that with 10 minutes left, they would start really making their moves. That's crunch time to me, but this third lane on the outside lane is just dissolving. The 6 just flying back here. Just no help for Pendel after finally being up front.
Yeah, it was a weird incident there. I'm not sure if Pendel got into Wygen, which caused him to make some contact, or maybe Wygen and Sharp were just side drafting hard together and they just ended up making contact. But anyway, to keep it straight, and Wygen and Sharp now working together on the inside lane.
From what I see on my replay that I have, it's just they were both just trying to side draft each other, it looks like, and they just the outside lane came down, inside lane came up, is what it seems.
Yeah, you can see that a lot when you're trying to side draft each other. You're just kind of inching towards each other, and then eventually you make some sort of contact. But fortunately for these guys, they're now still out in front, but biggest loser for that one is Pendel. Didn't do anything wrong, just chose the wrong lane, really.
Yeah,
but,
it's a good save by these drivers.
Now you have Nathan S-Step on the outside lane, followed by Dean Clavitt. S-Step looking for that race lead. He had it for a moment. I don't think he's led a lap here tonight yet. Wygen working both lanes. Late block. He's going to be stuck in the middle. He's in the sucker hole right now, and no one's going to help that 00 machine as he's going to fall back all the way down to maybe 10th or so. Well, he's staying with it, actually.
Casey Ellis, a teammate of Wygen, is actually giving him a lane down, backing up the inside
Wow.
lane.
It pays to have some teammates. As these guys are being really aggressive here. There's even more contact now, I think, with Thompson and maybe Wygen there.
There's almost contact between, can't tell it's what the number of that Pekin black car. I think it's the 91 of
Scott
almost
Pozinski?
contact- Yeah, Pozinski. Almost contact the outside lane off its heel, but Wygen moving up high, just trying to get back in position to lead this race.
And S-Step with a great shove from great shove to Wygen. Here comes Pozinski and Clavitt behind them. The outside lane forming up quite a bit here, and they're working a lot better than the inside. The inside's pretty separated now. That's a great run with that banking there down for the top side. Will they move to the bottom? No, they won't. They'll stay up top. No, actually, S-Step goes bottom, leaving Wygen out to dry. Wygen now is Pozinski now, as Nathan S-Step takes the race lead away from Pacey Wygen.
Yeah, almost turned himself off Pedro Sharp, who gets left side tires under the yellow line. It seemed like he leads his first lap of the day. 13.5 minutes left. Is he going to get a shove? Saves it? Could have been bad there. Down the back. Just looking to take back the lead. He's got it. See how far ahead they will pull of the outside lane as he goes back up high. These drivers just gonna have to manage both saving.
As Clavitt 3 wide. As Wygen now through it. Oh, he put himself in the wall there.
Almost came down back into the middle lane and off of the 91 spot for it. And he's still trying to make that third lane work, but who will go with him? Kind of accordion effect there on the middle lane.
Pushing the pusher. There's Thompson. Big side drive from S to F-Step there. There's contact now between the 97 and the 55 as Louis Sharp all by herself up on the inside lane. Watch the outside lane with a big run now. As S-Step now clears to the bottom. So does
56 trying to make
Pansky.
it 3 wide. That wasn't going to work if he stuck there. Lucky they did not wreck.
These drivers being really aggressive. And they still have more than 10 minutes left in this one.
Wygent's still hanging in there. I'm surprised he's still there on the outside lane. In that third row.
Here comes Connor Morse to the top side, pretty wide. Maybe try and work with Pacey Wygen up there.
Six a bit loose and 4 there. He gathers it back up. So these drivers, these last 10 minutes, will just have to manage keeping your engine cool and just trying to push out ahead when you get to the front. Wygent finally dips back in line. Tried for a few laps on that third lane, just nothing was going. S-Step now inches back ahead. Because that inside lane's more spread out, it seems like, on that first 3 rows than the outside is. Wygent again trying, but I just think he's going to have somebody else come up with him on the third line if he wants to get to the front. We're almost to 10 minutes here, just over that now.
Coming to the 10-minute mark in this race. We've done 55 minutes of racing. Comes down to 10 minutes, around 12, 13 laps here. Who will get to victory lane here, and will we see a big one here tonight so far?
Wygent in another car going up high finally. He's got some help. Got the 6 moving up with him. Nobody moves back.
Those are 3 wide, 2 rows deep. There's a bad bump from Wygent there. Got Clavitt loose, but he saves it.
Clavitt up there. Pendle as well on that third lane. What's the feeling in this inside lane? Just hanging back as of now.
Man, they were very close here. 3 wide Daytona is a little scarier than 3 wide Talladega, but off of turn 4, here they come. Nathan S-Step in the middle, will lead this lap most likely.
We got some cars ditching the inside lane further back in the field, just going to the middle or going to the top.
Look at Clavitt on the top. He made some ground there. Lost it, loses it in the corner.
Bobby Flowers, he's been in the back this entire race, it seems like, and he is inching his way forward right now.
Yeah, the racing is really picking up here. 3 wide, 3 rows deep. In the middle, a little bit better on the straightaway. Good show from Pazinski there for S-Step. The outside lane hits the wall. Clavitt hits the wall. Wygent the wall. The wreck in the back. Do they keep it straight? Yes, they do. No yellow is out.
And that's a tough break for Wygent.
Clavitt down pit lane. His right front is broken. Man, let's take a quick replay of that one before. Looks like Clavitt just got on the wall. Checked up Wygent. And then, man, nothing Wygent could do there. So Wygent going to be separated from the draft, as now there's only 10 cars, actually 9 cars in the lead pack right now, with 7.5 minutes left to go. And there is no green light checkers here since it's the timed race. So caution here late would end the race here officially. You still have time for a caution right now, but not a lot though.
See if that calms things down for a few minutes here. They lost a good amount of drivers in the pack here.
Here we go from about 13-9, so we lost about 4 drivers there, 4 or 5, 4 drivers actually. But right now it's still Nathan Essep and Lori Patel Sharp on the front row of this pack, and then Pazinski and Thompson pushing those two.
This field after Jimmy Meek in that 94 machine, he was finally working his way up to the field after sitting back the entire race, and once he started making a move to get up front, he just gets caught up in an accident.
Lap traffic up ahead, not sure who it would be, maybe Greg Pillar, I believe, up ahead. But as you mentioned before, Bobby Blowers up the 4th now, maybe even up the 3rd here shortly, with 6 minutes to go. Lap traffic, will stay out of the way? Yes, he will. Up top, Greg Pillar goes. Actually, not really. Kind of went middle. But anyways, get by. And now 2x2, 3 rows deep. Five minutes ago, we've been an hour in this race. Ooh, Sharp almost got on the S up there on entry of turn 3. This 5-minute mark has been reached. So if we have a caution here, most likely the race is official. Might get 1 lap shootout here, maybe, but not likely. Still 2x2x2. 4 rows deep. 5 now. When would you make a move here, Eric? What you think? Wait for a white flag, 2 to go? I mean, if you get caution here, the race is over. Some contact there.
Yeah, I think you just gotta really wait for 2 to go. I just feel like on the white flag, you might just be waiting too late. It's obviously different depending on where you're at in the field, but I think 2 to go would be a good time just to at least start the move, see where it goes. I've just seen so many times where they make a move in the final lap and you just can't really go anywhere. You made the move too late. This driver's getting squirrely here. Under 4 minutes to go. Morse really, or excuse me, that's S up, really pinching people down there. Yeah, this is risky business because you're risking contact with the inside lane, and that's already caused an incident here.
Yep, and Sharp and Thompson work together very, very well all race long here tonight. Because here comes the move. Lane. That's Casey Ellis and DJ Trout. He's 1 lap down. He's 2 laps in actually. Ellis making it 3 wide now with a lap car. How will this play out? As we got 3 wide, 2 rows deep.
Trout and Ellis are in the same PC. They're both a part of DBR Racing. Ellis nearly in the outside wall off the 4. 3 wide.
About 2.5 minutes to go. I'm guessing about 3 laps to go. Oh, Ellis in the wall. Hasn't slowed down too much though, but they have to build the momentum back up as it's falling behind right now.
Just need more manpower out there and just hope this inside, it was near contact, that's S up in the 97. Ellis falling back here as we hit the 2-minute warning.
It's actually a 2-minute timeout now, but anyways, at under 2 minutes right now, as there's still 2x2 through the whole field. We saw 3 moves. Ooh, Ellis got in the Pendel there, moves him up the racetrack.
Power's a bit loose.
As this is the go time. I think 2 laps to go this time by. This is when you want to make your move here. See Pendel 3 wide there, not able to do anything. Trout 2 laps down, gonna try help his teammate Ellis.
Outside lane just stacking up and falling back there.
Sharp out in front. Oh, Thompson loose. Thompson with a bad shove there. The inside is not formed up together. This could be a great chance for the outside to make a move. Coming to the white flag this time by. Most likely, I think.
Yeah, only 4 drivers on the lead lap on the outside lane, but you're just really risking somebody in the outside lane ditching and making it 3 wide as Ellis tries it. Has tried it multiple times tonight.
It's going to be very close. Is it the white flag this time? It is not. So this is 2 to go here. So coming to the white flag next time by. So it's going to be a 70-lap race as Thompson up the racetrack again.
They're lucky they haven't wrecked already. And this 97 has been making a lot of contact with drivers in the outside lane tonight. That stuff has really been pinching people down while being on the outside lane. Is Ellis trying to make the move now?
Same thing they did before.
Teammate DJ Shallot in the push. But we saw that already fail with 2 cars on the 3rd line. Just does not work out.
Comes to the white flag. Good run from SF. Oh, they're squeezing each other up the racetrack. As 2.5 miles to go. As they're 3 wide. That was contact. Sharp into. Oh, SF. Ellis around. Oh, the whole field's wrecking. Bobby Blowers makes it through. John Matthews behind him. Connor Morrison. Pendel made it through as the whole field crashing, wrecking, and burning behind. It's going to be a 2-car battle for the race win. Or can Morris get up there and steal one?
And just right place, right time for both of these drivers. It's really what it all comes down to. All these cars have just dominated the race. Once the right flag hit, just wrong place.
As Matthews on the back bumper. Can you make a move for the win? Up top. He's going to stay behind. He goes high. Will be enough. Coming to the line. He got it. Matthews wins Daytona. Wow, what a move for John Matthews. He wins by 9 thousandths of a second over Bobby Blowers. What a move coming to the line. I didn't think he had enough there.
Yeah.
Wow. Great side draft there, and just great execution, and just great timing.
Yeah. Made the right time to make the move. And he's going to earn his first win this season. John Matthews. And Bobby Blowers looked to get his 2nd win of the season. Hasn't won since the 2nd race on November 12th at Chicagoland. But a good points day for Blowers to close in on Casey Wygen.
Yeah, definitely. John Matthews, your race winner. We're going to see him do some burnouts there. And we're going to take a look at the replay also of the wreck after these burnouts here. And just see exactly what went wrong there. We saw a car flipping into the catch fence, I think. But Matthews burned it down on the entry of pit lane. And what a win that was for that 98 machine. Wow.
It's John Matthews, a part of PPR Racing. His teammate there, Casey Ellis, doing burnouts with him. Jimmy Mink, also a part of the team. He is there.
Yeah, I was going to keep doing burnouts. So we're going to take a quick look at the incident that caused that final wreck on the final lap of this race. As this is coming off of turn 4 here. And see, they're very close to wrecking. Bobby Blowers almost getting turned by Pendel.
Yeah, I thought it was all over there.
Keep an eye out for that 34 machine on the inside with Matthews. That's how they got through this wreck. All 6 of those drivers got taken out. It just looks like Estep went down the racetrack a little bit too much. Ooh, yeah, Thompson flipping over there. Let's say I'm a little too far back there, but let's fast forward here. Let's go chop cam so we can get a better view. So it just looks like Estep went a little too low. All 6 of those drivers getting taken out, flipping. That's Thompson there. And Ellis still ends up 5th, though, after all that one. Wow, just insane. Bobby Blowers and John Matthews making it through, and Christopher Pendel making it through. Let's take a look at this. Christopher Pendel's on-board view of this one. Wow. Kept his foot in it for the most part, but what a move for Christopher Pendel. Ends up 4th after that. But we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our top 3 interviews after a hectic final lap at Daytona. And we're back live here at Daytona International Speedway. We're going to take a quick look at our race results here tonight. Tuesday Night Thunder Day. 1.4 hours at Daytona. John Matthews, what a win for him. What a move on the final lap coming to the trial oval. Gets it by 9 thousandths of a second over Bobby Blowers. Connor Morrison's up 3rd. Christopher Findell 4th. Casey Ellis was in 5th. First driver to cross line that was involved in that incident there. Jimmy Minch 6th. Scott 7th, William Sharp 8th, Bailey Thompson 9th, leaving us at the line out the top 10. Dean Clary 11th, Richard Early 12th, Angel Santiago 14th, Casey Washington 14th, DJ Trout 15th, Greg Pillar on our 16 car field here tonight. After 69 laps here at Daytona, we'd like to speak with our top 3 interviewers right now. First up, it's going to be John. Actually, wrong driver there, my bad. John Matthews there in that 98 machine. We'll bring him into the booth here. Hello, John, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
What a race for you there, and what a move coming to the checker flag. Talk us through that one.
If you want me to be honest, I really don't even know what to say. I don't ever come into these races with the strategy. I just kind of wing it. But I mean, I thought I was gonna get clipped off in turn one, and then ended up not. And then I guess I just thankfully had enough to get around Bobby.
Yeah, and what was going through your mind there when you saw them wrecking? You had a chance to win that one. Were you trying to just time your move on, come to line in the trial, or just kind of winging it like you said?
I was definitely trying to time the move. It was just I know my heart rate spiked to about 40 when I saw everyone crashing, because typically in super speedways, that's I get myself in a position like that, and then something always goes wrong.
Well, you end up in victory lane here tonight at Daytona, first win of the season. Um, anyone I think for tonight's win?
I just want to thank PBR, Pacey, Rodney, Byron, especially Bobby. Bobby made the call for me to kind of stay with him, and I don't think without that call, I probably would have been in the high lane wrecked.
Well, congrats on your win here tonight on Tuesday Night Thunder at Daytona. We'll see you next week at Dover.
All right, thank you.
That was John Matthews, our winner here tonight at the Daytona 1.4. We're going to speak to our second place finisher who finished second by 9 thousandths of a second, Bobby Blowers. Hello, Bobby. You got a copy?
Yep, I do.
Round out in second by 9 thousandths of a second. Talk us through that final lap there, avoiding the wreck and coming to the line. What could you have done differently?
Um, on that last lap, I knew that the only way I was gonna really do much is if they wrecked and if I could get around it. Um, after they wrecked into one, I knew there wasn't a whole lot I could do. I didn't want to be the guy that threw a dirty block and took me and a team out. So way
You kind of cut that out there in the last sentence there.
what's that?
You
Sorry.
cut out in the last sentence there.
Yeah, I was just happy for John to finally get a win.
Oh yeah. Well you gained some points on Pacey Wagent. He was leading the points coming into this one, and you finished second. He finished, I believe, 14th. I believe, yeah, 14th. So you gain a lot of points on him. So going to next week at Dover, what do you think how your chances are there?
Um, it's all gonna be how the car handles. I haven't ran this car at Dover's in like 2 years, and I know they updated it like 6 months ago or so, maybe 3 months. But yeah, it's just gonna be how the car handles. If it handles real loose, it'll probably be pretty good. We'll see.
Anyone I think for tonight's second place run here?
Yeah, 213simware.com, PBR Racing, uh, RevSimShop.com, Blink Designs. That's me. Hit me if you want to paint. Yeah, all my friends and family and you guys in the booth.
Thank you, and congrats on your second place here tonight at Daytona. We'll see you next week at Dover.
Yeah, thank you.
That was Bobby Flowers in our second place position. In our third place spot, you have Connor Morris, who avoids the wreck late in this one. Also, he rounds out in the top three spot. Hello, Connor, you got a copy?
Yep.
So you round out in third place. Talk us through that final lap there, avoiding that wreck, and you get into that top third position.
I just put my foot on the floor, hoped I didn't wreck, and I just didn't end up wrecking. It was all luck.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it is here at Super Speedways. But also another question I want to ask you: how was the drafting in this car and the pushing and whatnot? It's all kind of three wide a few times here and there. Was it sustainable, you think, or do you think it was kind of just like a one or two lap type of thing that we saw?
The pushing, I'd say it's sustainable if you don't make a ton of mistakes. I made a mistake which made it unsustainable for a little bit, but I think it's a sustainable form of drafting and whatnot. It's just you have to be careful with your engine temperatures mostly.
Yeah, we saw a few drivers kind of stick their nose out, try and get some cool air. the radiator engine down. But anyone I think for tonight's third place run?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to DJ Trapping from Manchery, my mom, my dad, Chopped Chin, I have Raw, John Pork, and Tyler Ninja Blevins.
Yeah, and congrats on your third place here tonight at
Thank you.
Daytona.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
As Connor Morris, our third place finisher, is that rounds out here interviews at Daytona. As any final thoughts here tonight you have, Kepling, on this race?
Yeah, we had good side-by-side action throughout the race. We saw both lanes really work throughout the night tonight. Couldn't really get through light. That's something that was not successful. We saw Wygen try it. We saw Casey Ellis try it, but it never worked. And we did a good job of keeping it clean in the first half of the race. Didn't really get any wrecks and cautions until the second half of the race. We saw a few of those. And had a good mix of drivers up front throughout the race. I know mostly it was Wygen, Trout, Goodwin, Carp, Thompson. We saw a few other names come and go, like Connor Morris, we just talked to. It's really something when you dominate the race, like something like Goodwin Sharp, and then all in the final lap, just goes all the way, just like that. But that's just how it is on speed racing. So, right place, right time for these top three drivers.
Yeah, definitely. And, I think overall it was a really fun race, and we saw, like you said, free ride a few times. Wasn't the most sustainable thing. We didn't see it a lot, but I mean, we saw Casey Wygen, Dean Clavick got involved in the wreck there. Kind of took those guys out of contention, and a few others on the wreck off the forward. But overall, a fun race and a very interesting dynamic with the time instead of the laps. I think that was very, very interesting. I think it made it a little different. You know, people pushing with 15 minutes to go, because 15 minutes seems like a quick amount of time, but it's still it's still around 20 or so laps at Daytona, which is a little bit longer than you probably would pretty soon, a little sooner than you want to be able to push that hard at Daytona, I would say, my opinion.
Yeah, and then next week we're going right to our short track at Dover, the high banks there. And then we'll also be going to Dover for next Sunday, Superstar Arctic Cup Series on Season 1 of that. And then our next broadcast here in Elrond is tomorrow night on Wednesday. It's the NAOR Cup Series Season 5 at Daytona. And then, or excuse me, on Friday, my bad. And then on Saturday, it is Gold Race for the QS Series at Landmark Park. And just another correction on that is Superstar Arctic Cup Series is on Wednesday.
Yeah, so that'll be tomorrow, yeah, at Dover. So 2 Dover races and 2 Daytona races this week, or I guess next week, yeah, and the road course. So pretty interesting schedule in there. Just kind of how it works out. But yeah, next time we'll be in Dover, Delaware, on the northeast coast, and
It's going to be jumping around between the northeast and the southeast too.
pretty much, yeah. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night at Dover, and we'll see you guys next week at Dover too for this Tuesday night Thunder.